So this is Arkhatila. You can see Arkhatila over here. The devotees are circumambulating. So Arka means the sun god.
Арка значит Бог Солнца.
So the sun god, mounting the wheel of time, we also worship Govinda. The sun god circumambulates.
মাইকটা একটু ঘুরিয়ে দাও, ওই সাইডে করে দাও, ওইদিকে অনেক লোক আছে।
So in Vrindavan, this Arkhatila is there in the form of Surya Kund. Radharani, Srimati Radharani would every day go to Surya Kund, make prayers. Actually, it was also an opportunity for her to meet with Lord Krishna. Because Radharani is in the home of her in-laws. And Lord Krishna cannot go so easily to the in-laws' home. So Radharani would go to Surya Kund, worship the sun god. And at that time Lord Krishna would come there or be there and they could meet together. So it's an auspicious place connected with the pastimes of the Lord. So this is our piece of land purchased by Mayapur, by the Parikrama Development Committee. We've had the land for several years now. We haven't been able to develop it very much so far. You have to understand that in the beginning, we didn't have anything. Now we have camps. We're staying on our own land every night. We never used to have our own land. We used to pay rent to people. Wherever we would go and stay, we would have to pay them rent. They use their land. So gradually we've been able to acquire land in each of the islands, and we could have our own camps out there every night. So in the beginning there was only fields. It was only a field, you know, so there was nothing there. We'd just bring a big tank of water, and the water would be pouring from a big tank. But now you can see it's a bit better. There's some taps and not flush toilets, but toilets with water facilities available. So improve the lot. Every year gets a little better, a little better. So sometime in the future, Arkhatila can also be developed and recreate the pastimes of Radha and Krishna here. This holy place. So this, then on the way, we're going to pass also Vaikunthapur. Vaikunthapur is connected with Narada Muni. He had the darshan of Lord Narayan there. Lord Narayan come there to Vaikunthapur. Narada Muni, he is a Vaikunthavasi. So he worshipped the Lord Narayan. Narayan is, of course, the Lord with opulence, with Aishwarya. So Narada Muni had the opportunity to go to Vaikuntha, and he saw the Lord there. And when he came back from Vaikuntha, he was thinking how nice it would be to see the Lord. So while he was here in Navadvipam, here in this island, Madhudrumadweep, he got the opportunity. The Lord Narayan manifested himself to Narada Muni. And Lord Narayan also then transformed into Lord Gauranga. So Narada Muni is always chanting the holy name. The Lord says, Naham tishtani vaikunte yoginam hridayeshiva tatra tishtani narada yatra dayanti madhvakta. The Lord is saying, I am not in the Vaikuntha, and I am not in the hearts of the yogis meditating on me. But I am wherever my devotees like Narada are chanting my holy name. So Narada Muni also joins to come, and of course he came in Lord Chaitanya's pastime. He came in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes as who was Narada Muni? Yes, Srivas, right, Srivas Thakur. Narada Muni, his expansion comes in the form of Srivas and the Panchatattva. Panchatattva, right? 5 teachers of the Lord. Panchatattva Bhakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Bhaktavyam Namami Bhakta. So we have Lord Nityananda. He is the expansion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we have Advaita. He is the incarnation of the Lord. Sometimes people come and they will ask the question, what's the difference between the expansion and the incarnation? So I tell them it's the same as the difference between Lord Nityananda and Advaita. Right? Lord Nityananda is an expansion and Advaita is the incarnation, Bhakta Avatar. And then of course Gadadhar, he is the internal potency of the Lord, and Srivas is the marginal potency. So in this way the 5 teachers of the Lord are all there in Panchatattva. So Narada Muni, he came in this place and he had the darshan of Lord Narayan. Right? This is what is the process here in this Madhudrumadweep? Dashyam, servant. Right? We want to be the servant. Even Vritasura prayed like that in Srimad Bhagavatam. Vritasura is in the body of a great asura, and he's fighting the demigod. And he's praying, may I again become the servant of the servant of this Lord devotee. So the Dashyam, we're trying to cultivate the mode of servant, cultivating Krishna consciousness. As we heard this morning from Mohana Rupa Prabhu, Dashyam, Dasharat, it's the foundation of all the other rasas. Right? Madhurya ras, Vatsalya ras, Satya ras, and Dasya ras. So, Dasya ras the mood of being the servant. We want, no matter what rasa you're in, you have to be a servant. We have to serve. The gopis serve Krishna, the gopas serve Krishna, the elderly gopis like Nanda and Yashoda, they're also serving Krishna. The whole mood of all the devotees is service, to give service to Krishna. And the more we serve Krishna, the more Krishna wants to serve his devotees, to serve the devotees. It's one of Krishna's desire. As we surrender to Krishna, Krishna gives himself more to the devotees. The Lord is in the hearts of the devotees, and the devotees are in the heart of the Lord. So in this way we understand Lord Krishna's connection with his devotees. So Narada Muni, because he's chanting the holy name of the Lord, and because he's traveling and preaching, giving Krishna consciousness, has so many nice disciples like Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj and Chetas and the Haryasvas, the Shabalashvas. They were all taken by Narada Muni, brought into Krishna consciousness. They're all his disciples. So Narada Muni is very dear servant of Lord Narayan. Lord Narayan therefore came before him, gave him darshan. So sometimes, of course, we also think, I want to see God. But Prabhupada taught us, in the words of his own spiritual master, don't worry about trying to see God, but try to act in a way that God will want to come and see you. That's more important. The devotee wants to act in a way that God will come to see him. Not that he is our servant, rather we're his servants. So our business is simply to satisfy the Lord by service. And the best service we can do, we were hearing about prayer. So our prayer is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. This is our great prayer, great chanting for deliverance. And this prayer it's a prayer, and it's also the answer to our prayer. Because by chanting the holy name, we're praying to the Lord. Of course, Prabhupada told us that the Maha Mantra is a prayer. We're asking the Lord, O Supreme Lord, O Supreme Energy of the Lord Hari, please engage me in your service. Please accept me. Please give me the strength to serve you. So like this is devotee's prayer. But by chanting, our prayer is also being answered. Because chanting itself is the answer to our prayer. We're requesting service, but by chanting, we're being engaged in service. So that's the transcendental nature of the Maha Mantra, that it is both a prayer and it's the answer to all of our prayers. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Chaitanya Sadahari. We should always be chanting the holy name. Keep the holy name always on our tongue. So coming on the parikrama is an opportunity for us to go more into the holy name. And we see here also this right on the bank of Mother Ganga. So Mother Ganga, very special. In the Kali Yuga, the Lord is worshipped in two forms, one in water and one in wood. In the form of water, she is worshipped as Mother Ganga. And in the form of wood, the Lord is worshipped as Jagannath. Jagannath Swami ki. So Ganga Maya ki. So the holy Ganga right here at the side of Arkhatila, very auspicious to be able to be here and do bhajan. And devotees do that. At Surya Kund, devotees will go there, do bhajan. So similarly here at Arkhatila, devotees can also be here, do bhajan, cultivate their mood of devotion, surrender to the Lord. Have we got anything? Okay, so Mohan Rup Prabhu is going to speak something for us on Arkhatila. Thank you, Mohan Rup Prabhu. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya was traveling all around Navadvip for his first 24 years of his childhood in Grihastha pastimes. On Ekadasi, he would do parikrama. He'd do Panchakrosa parikrama every Ekadasi. Lord Chaitanya would go out on Panchakrosa Ekadasi. Before we began the parikram, the day before when we did Adivas, in the morning we went on Panchakrosa parikram. How many of you went? Quite a few. Okay, yeah, good. So we're trying to, Mayapur devotees are trying to popularize that Panchakrosa parikram, and every Ekadasi now in Mayapur, they have a parikrama going out, and they go around, they just walk around, they go from coming out of the temple, go over to they go to the Yoga Pit, and then they go to across the road to Braja, oh, there's a place where Jayadev Goswami was born. Actually, his birthplace was there. Arkhatila, yeah, there's several places, and Jagai Madai Ghat also, and then we go around and eventually we come to the Jagannath Mandir, and then we walk back. Huh? Oh, the school, Gangadas Pandit school. Like that, it's a nice, if you have a time on Ekadasi, you can join, right? But the parikrama ends before Ekadasi, right? The day before Ekadasi, we'll all be back in Mayapur. The next day is Ekadasi. You can go on Panchakrosa parikram, if you like, one more time, and see the Panchakrosa. It's about 14 kilometers, right? It's about 14 kilometers. Huh? 12 kilometers. Okay. Like that, 12, 14 kilometers. So that's on every Ekadasi. Lord Chaitanya was doing that parikram. And other days, he'd be coming with different devotees. Sometimes he'd come. Of course, he would go to Shantipur. He would walk all the way to Shantipur sometimes, just to be with Advaita Acharya. And we'll be going to Shantipur. That's the day after Ekadasi. Right? Parikrama ends on the Dasami. And then next day is Ekadasi, and then on the Dwadasi, there's a big festival in Shantipur, because that day is the disappearance of the Guru of Advaita Acharya, Madhavendra Puri. And so ISKCON, we've been asked to organize, we've been doing it for many years now. We have a big program distributing prasadam to people in that area, Shantipur. Thousands of people come. It's a very big festival. And we have free transport arranged for everyone. From Mayapur, there's buses to take you to Shantipur and bring you back.
и обратно.
Leaving in the morning, come back at night.
Для всех.
А у меня фигус.
Мы отправляем в страну.
So, if you have the opportunity after the parikrama,
Поэтому если есть
next day Ekadasi, you can do Panchakrosa parikrama, and then after that, on the Dwadasi, go to Shantipur. And it said everyone who does some service there in Shantipur on that day, if you help cook, or you distribute prasadam, or you just eat prasadam, everyone will get Krishna praise. So I know you're all eager to get Krishna praise, so you should try to go to Shantipur festival and see Advaita Acharya's place and get the blessings of Madhavendra Puri also. Okay. Yeah, on the last day of the parikrama, one of the places we go to is Marari Gupta's house. And they put deities in the recent times, just a few years ago. They put deities there, Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman. Murari Gupta, of course, was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. So his house is there, not very far away from the Yoga Peeth. Between the Yoga Peeth and Murari Gupta's house, there's Prithu Kund, which is the big area made by Prithu Maharaj. And then Murari Gupta's house. And Murari Gupta, he was a physician. He was Ayurvedic physician. But he not only treated people's material disease, he could also treat people's spiritual disease. So he was the real physician. And it is said one time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had indigestion. You know, people would bring many different dishes for Lord Chaitanya to eat. And sometimes some of the dishes would cause him indigestion. So after having taken some food, the next day he had to go to see Murari Gupta. And Murari Gupta gave Lord Chaitanya some water from his lota to help to cure his indigestion. So Murari Gupta played a very important part in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He witnessed all the childhood Leela of Lord Chaitanya. And not only did he witness the Leela of Lord Chaitanya, but he kept a diary about it. So in his diary, he had recorded everything about the birth and childhood Leela of Lord Chaitanya. So these diaries, they were very valuable when it came after Lord Chaitanya had departed from the world, when devotees like Krishnadas Kaviraj and Vrindavan Das Thakur and Mochandas Thakur, when they wanted to write about the Leela of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they needed to get evidence. And so the diaries of Murari Gupta were very, very valuable for compiling all the information about Lord Chaitanya's childhood Leela. So Murari Gupta did that service, and he would go to Jagannath Puri also. He would go with Shivananda Sen, he would join the party with all the devotees, and he would go every year to Jagannath Puri to be with Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya would remember him. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya would call him out, Murari Gupta. He would say, don't sit so far away, come closer. Murari Gupta was so humble, he did not come close to Lord Chaitanya. He would keep far away. Lord Chaitanya would call him to come closer. So Lord Chaitanya had requested him to give up the worship of Sitaram. Lord Chaitanya told Murari Gupta that the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna are supreme. You should worship Radha and Krishna. should not worship, you don't need to worship Sita and Ram. Just worship Radha and Krishna. So that night Murari Gupta went home and he could not sleep the whole night. And then the next day he came to Lord Chaitanya and he fell at Lord Chaitanya's feet and he said, I will have to give up my life. You have asked me to give up the worship of Lord Rangana and I cannot do it. My heart does not allow me to do it. So I cannot follow your order. So I will have to give up my life. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told Murari Gupta, no, Murari, that's all right. You are not different from Hanuman. So you can continue to worship Sita and Rama. That's Hanuman's nature. He can only worship Sita and Rama. We were hearing about Hanuman this morning. There's another pastime also about Hanuman, how Lord Krishna was in Dwarka and he requested Garuda, go and tell Hanuman to come, I want to see him. So Garuda came and told Hanuman, Lord Krishna in Dwarka wants to see you. So Hanuman just stayed there, he didn't move. And so Garuda went back to Dwarka and told Lord Krishna, yeah, I told him you want to see him. He said, why did you tell him I want to see him? You should tell him Lord Rama wants to see him. So Garuda came back and told him, Lord Rama wants to see you right away in Dwarka. So Garuda said, you want me to take you? I can carry you on my back. Hanuman said, no, that's all right. I can go on my own. So that when Garuda got to Dwarka, Hanuman was already there. So Hanuman shows that enthusiasm, that eagerness. Right? Just like we were at that Hamsavahan, this one carrier, how Lord Shiva was carried. He was so eager to hear the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to hear Gaura Bhagavat, that if he had come on Nanda, it'd take too long. So he was given Lord Brahma's swan, and he came on the swan. So that deity is there, Hamsavahan. So now we're going to hear about another place nearby called Mahatpur. Yeah, you can see Madhvacharya people, even today they're very much into those two things. If you go to the Madhva school, they have schools, have in many places around India, Madhvacharya people, they've established schools teaching Sanskrit. And all the students are all trained to defeat Mayavada philosophy. They get very thorough training in defeating Mayavada philosophy. And deity worship, of course, that's their whole business. They spend a lot of time worshipping the deity. They don't go out to preach very much, and they don't distribute books or anything like that. But we do worship the deities. They like to do rituals as well. And Lord Chaitanya, when he went to Udupi, he found that fault in them, that they're attached to ritualistic activities. Although Lord Chaitanya, he took initiation in that line, but that was because of Madhavendra Puri. Because Madhavendra Puri, he brought the seed of ecstatic love of God into the Sampradaya. And because of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Chaitanya took initiation in that line. So, Advaita Acharya, he was also initiated by Madhavendra Puri, and that's why he celebrates the disappearance festival at Shantipur every year. And we are continuing on behalf of Advaita Acharya. Okay? So we're going to go now. And if you have a drama, yes, let's have a drama, okay?